Let's go and see this woman here. It's so hot here as well. Not quite sure what that one's all about. 6 million people buried here. Habibi folks, and welcome to Najaf, which is the spiritual centre for a lot of Shia Muslims here in southern Iraq. And today we have a little bit of a strange one for you. Today we're going to take a walk around Wadi Salam, which is the world's largest cemetery. 6 million people are buried here. Over 60,000 a year are buried at over $5,000 a pop. So, let's check it out. I'm good.
How are you?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's this? This didn't take long, eh?
Dahini.
So what's the? So we've got nuts at the top.
Say, advertise me. Make me famous.
What's your name?
My name is Asad.
Yes, and you're from Najaf.
Najaf,
And what's the name?
Dahina Abu Ali.
Right, guys, you know where to come if you want some of the name.
Souk al-Kabir. Souk al-Kabir.
Okay, right.
Big market.
Dahina Abu Ali.
The big market.
In the big market. Here we go.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Oh,
I love you.
I love you too, Habibi.
Habibi ente.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Good?
Very good.
This is the original stuff.
This is the original.
I don't know. It's for. It's gonna.
Good. Habibi.
It's gonna post on TikTok.
All angles, eh? Hey, very, very good. You have to come here for the best food in Najaf, the best sweets in Najaf. There's only one place, and it's my friend here. Turn around.
Tahiyati.
It's for my friend here. The best food in Najaf.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Shukran. So we've been in here, I think maybe 20 meters. And we've already been doing stuff, so if it continues, Iraqi.
Tahiyati.
Quality of.
Shukran Habibi. Shukran Habibi. There we go. We've walked another 20 meters and we have a pomegranate drink. I tell you what, this is incredible. This is unbelievable. Ahmed, if this continues, I'm going to have to go to the doctor.
What?
Get my
natural fruit?
Get my stomach pumped.
Natural fruit? You just ate like 1,000 calories. Also, this is the Abu Ali. It says the old shop.
Oh, what is this here?
This is similar to narcos.
Okay, so he can wear gloves, but I have to. This is like. I'm trying to think what this is. Bismillah.
Bismillah. It's more chewable.
I cannot explain that. It's like peanut butter. It's like
Sesame seed oil also.
yeah, it's just like a sweet, except I cannot explain that. It's like a chewy sweet, like an almondy tasting chewy sweet, but it's very. Just think of almond butter, but chewy. I cannot explain that. Oh, we're getting another bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Guys, we're about 50 meters in here to the market, the bazaar in Najaf. I can already feel. I think I've had about 4,000 calories.
اجيب لك هي بس سيارة سماك بس شوية
What's the price? No.
شو اسمه هو؟
David.
How much?
Yours are
Enough.
free. Mine is.
This is the problem with. Can you tell them there's only? I like Iraq. There's only one problem.
أحب العراق بس بمشكلة واحدة. What is?
Too nice.
كل شيء طيب فيه. كل شيء طبعا. Too nice and too sweet.
Yes. Too many calories. Let me show you around. So this is obviously a traditional sweet shop in Iraq, in Najaf. So here we have nuts, seeds, sweets. Our good friend here, hello. Sweets, probably chocolate, maybe toffees, more stuff that just, we got plenty of obviously less traditional stuff here, Pringles and what have you. And then maybe mince. Thank you very much. Shukran, Habibi. Salam alaikum. Look at the guy's ring. He's got style. Tell him he's got style. Shukran. 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 Oh my word. Whoa. It's about 5,000 calories in about, I don't know, 7 minutes. Yes, you've guessed it. We're in, I think, shop number 4. And we're trying something. I think it's pistachio, nuts. It's probably something similar to what we've had. Oh, I tell you what. What's in this?
Pistachio.
So it's a different variation. Oh my god, you do get a sense of scale here. 6 million people buried here. Wow, that is something else. It's so chaotic and so disorganized, you know, it's not like they've all got their own little rows and they've tried to make wherever there's a space or a gap.
Yeah, they obviously, mind, you know.
They obviously try and use it. I'm guessing this side is older because you have the shrine of Imam Ali.
Yes, but
and that's what they all want to do. They all want to be as close to Imam Ali as possible.
Exactly.
Just to give you another idea of scale, I don't know if you can even see this on this camera. See this flag? I'd have to say that's probably about a mile away, over a kilometre. That is in the middle of the cemetery. So we've got that much again the other side, and it continues to grow. Why do some have shelters or not? Is that
it's
just
like they're for families, or it's preserved for somebody, you know?
Okay.
Like even the buildings over there.
Just a preference. If they want to put a shelter over it,
exactly,
they can.
Because there is no room. Like if I die tomorrow, like my family will struggle to find a room for me here.
Yeah, that's sure. Yeah. Wow, it's unbelievable. And then here to the right, what's the mosque here? It's just a traditional mosque.
Muhammad al-Sadr, another.
And you can't see it, but obviously the shrine of Imam Ali is just behind those buildings. We're just walking distance.
The graveyard is all the way, the cemetery, all the way.
Yeah, you can just see the outline. Yep.
Yeah, all the way. And there is like a new section from that side open.
Alright guys, here we go. We are walking within, I was going to say cemetery, this is a city. There's over 6 million, can you imagine, 6 million people? Right now I'm surrounded by 6 million dead bodies. It's unbelievable. So you get everything from, generally the sizes vary, but this is the size of the, I suppose, the more modern ones. And generally speaking, you do not get photos, as you'll not be surprised, of women, mostly of men. But women are buried here, but I think it's predominantly men, and the reason why they get buried here is because of the site is so close to the shrine of Imam Ali, and that's what a lot of people want to be buried as close to him as possible, because this place is like seen as a gateway to heaven. I think certainly for a lot of Shias in Islam. But yes, let's have a look around. You get so many varieties of different tombs. I'm not quite sure what that one's all about. But yes, they're over, I think they're about 60,000 burials per day, or per year, sorry. So you can try and figure out what that is per day. It's a fair number. This is the size of, I suppose, not far off London. Oh shit. I was told not to step in any of the coffins, because apparently a lot of them are not safe. This will give you an idea of the shape and size, and if there is, it's not a most efficient use of space, but if there is a space, they're going to jam a coffin. This would be, I'm guessing this would be one of the older ones, going back I don't know how many years, and this is the type of information that you'll get. So an example would be, they actually don't put the date of birth, on the headstones. They will put name, date of death, possibly how you died as well, which is unusual for the rest of us in the West. And there's one which has just been, I think probably just been tidied up recently. So whether there's one here could be new, one here could be, you know, I don't know, probably a couple hundred years old. At least a couple hundred years old. And then, but space is obviously becoming such, like so valuable. Because you'd imagine every time there's 40,000, you look at your local cemetery, and every time, oh, there's a photo of a woman, check it out. And after every year, there's maybe 60,000 new burials. It wouldn't take long to fill up, so space is an absolute premium. As this is a huge problem with Iraq, with obviously rubbish. And this here, what would have been in this would be, I think, probably about 5 litres of rose water, which would be just normal water with like a fragrance. And then that's how they clean, that's how relatives and friends come and clean the graves of their loved ones. And here some as well have a cloth over the top of them, protect them. Let's go and see this woman here. So that's not that long ago, it doesn't seem. And what would have happened as well many years ago, because you'll have seen, I don't know if you can see around, there are some which are significantly higher than where we are now, is because this area would have flooded. Just behind us is the Najaf Sea, which would have flooded several hundred years ago. Can't give you a real idea of scale, but what I'll maybe do, there's a car park up here. The place has its own car park. That gives you an idea, and it's nowhere near big enough. Because I think from one end to the other it's about 15,000 acres, or 1,500 acres, sorry. Which is a huge, let's check this out. Which is a huge area. So here, this can't be that old. Oh, right, okay. Let's have a look. It's obviously very young, maybe part of the army. Certainly more recently. And this is, yeah, this is obviously the family's best way to remember them. Means they can come here as well, so you've got the shelter. They can come here, take their time and get away from obviously the sun. Let's check this photo. This is obviously a guy who's died, and either he, before he died, wanted his photo, or his family put the photo up of him beside the shrine of Imam Ali, the very same shrine we seen just earlier. This is how important, like this means more. Usually I think maybe in the West we would have maybe photos and friends of ourselves with our, you know, friends and family, but here it's all about the Imam Ali. Guys, I don't know about you, but if I'm looking for my Nana's grave, I can't even find it, and there's only maybe a couple hundred graves in the cemetery. This is wild. Could you imagine trying to find? Maybe that's why some obviously people choose to decorate their loved ones or in something a little more bright. You know, maybe put a flag on it so it could be easily found. And although most of the graves are actually above ground, families would have often bought, I'm trying to see if I can find one, families would have often bought rooms downstairs which would have held possibly, I don't know, anything from 6, 8, 10, 12 graves. And that means, well, they know where they're going to be buried. It means it's paid for as well, because graves here are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And yeah, the place does not stop. It's, oh my god, it's so hot here as well. That's not great after you've had about 55,000 calories. Here's another one as well. Possibly, maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 years old. So Guide was saying the process of, obviously after somebody's death, is that they are taken from the hospital to here and then cleaned, usually by the relatives, friends or loved ones. And then from there they're taken to, if they want, to the shrine of Imam Ali. What they do, they actually take them through the shrine past the shrine for one last well wish. But I thought that the cemetery would have been spared during the US invasion and the uprising against Saddam in the early 90s. That wasn't the case because the rebels and those who were fighting against Saddam hid here like the militia did during their fight against the US, and parts of it were flattened. So the areas, I don't think too close to this, but certainly further away outside the city, because this was too close, areas just would have been flattened and destroyed, and obviously they haven't been touched because a lot of those areas, their families and relatives and loved ones who would normally be responsible for maintaining it have obviously passed away as well. This, look. Guys, let me show you. Finally, after about an hour of walking, I finally found one that goes underground. Let's take a quick look. Oh, here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, and I'm guessing possibly 3 have been used up already. So that gives you an idea of the use of space. Obviously above this as well is other graves. But this is if you want a family or if you've got close friends for your loved ones, you can actually buy a plot and have, you know, anything 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever it is inside. This also gives you an idea if you look around, you know, from the militia or whoever it was that was hiding out here, from the American troops or the troops of Saddam. There's no end to the places you could hide. So that's why they felt best practice was to just bomb huge parts of it. So anyway guys, that is it. That is 6 million people dead in this huge area. But now we must make our final venture as part of our pilgrimage of RBN as we head north to Karbala. I'll see you in the next video.